Hi, everyone. Happy New Year's Eve or New Year's if you're in a different part of the world, maybe. Um, I am here with my Simon Says stamp haul. It's not a huge one. I mentioned that before. And all of it is Sizzix and some of it is Tim Holtz. So let's just get started. I was going to try and either die cut or emboss these or use these for you to show you how they are. I just don't have time today. A lot is happening here, so I apologize. But someday you'll see me using these. This is a Tim Holtz Sizzix Thinlit, and it is called Leafy Twigs. It says there are two, two pieces. Where did I see that? Where did I see that? Maybe this is just one. Let's just open it and see. Sorry for the crinkling. Not sure I saw. It might have been a different one I was thinking of. So it comes in the little pouch, you know. And this is like it's almost like a background die. How do I get this open? There we go. It's like a background die, but it has a lot open. So what I'll probably do, and I think this is considered A6. So let me just see something. Yeah, because here's an A2 card base. So let me just check something. Card front, I mean. All right, this one is 4 by 5 1/4. So I think this will work with 4 1/4 wide by 5 1/2 because the full card front, because it's just a little bit, it would be like this, a little bit smaller. So yeah, let me see. Here's a card. So there you go. There you can see how it would look, where you can actually see how it would look better here, right? It's going to be leaves and little bits of flowers and stuff. The picture showed it better on there. So I think I'm going to really enjoy this. So you overlay that over top, and I guess you could bump it up, but I probably won't. But I'm thinking like a mixed media kind of background and then some kind of paper or vellum or whatever on top. And I think that'll make a nice card front, and then use some word dyes or flowers or animals or whatever as part of the card. I think that'll be fun. Oops. Let's put it back in here, Deb. I do have a big, what is mine called? Oh, it's buried. I have stuff piled on top of my big something. I can't remember if it's a big shot or a big kick, but I have one of those. But I have been using my Stampin' Up! One. So until it dies or whatever, I'll keep using it. There. So that's the first thing. I'll leave it out of the plastic thing, but I'll save that. Next thing is also a Thinlit. Okay, this is the one that had two. Wasn't sure what the two were, but what this does is it puts like holes that you can either stitch or just leave it looking like that. And I thought that was cool. Or you can take your scissors and cut where the stitching is, and it'll look like little postage things. At least that's my understanding. So it does make little holes. But I think when I saw it on there, faux postage. Yeah, so it's not really postage. And why does it say, oh, because it does the outer rim to cut this all out, or you can just use the piece and on your card. Now this one is this is the one that's A6. It's 4 3/8 inch by 6 1/8 inch. To 4 1/4 by 6. I think this piece is 4 1/4 by 6. So I will probably use this on a 5 by 7 card, right? And then have a little something elsewhere, because it's a little bigger than this A2. Or I can use a portion of it maybe, if it would work. Yeah. Well, like maybe here, like that part. I could do, right? Or I can just do this part. So anyway, you can cut strips and do it, or something like this would be a nice strip one from like here to here if I have a longer strip, which I often, well, these aren't big enough, but you know, you get the idea. And then that could be a decorative part. So I think that'll be fun as well. Now that didn't come in a pocket, did it? No. So I have to put that back in the plastic. That is Thinlit's Eileen Hull, and it's called Faux Postage. And I think that'll be fun to play with. I have to watch the sizes, you know, but I think this will work for 5 by 7. I just put it in upside down. Oh, well. And then this is called, it's 4 dies. It's these 4 deer, darling deer, because I have other deer, but it's like 1 or 2, and they're different styles, and they're in multiple stamp sets. And I thought, you know, it would just be nice to have just the deer, and they're not real huge. I think they have the sizes on here, 1 3/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch. 1 inch by 1 1/8 is this little itty bitty one. Let me pull them out. I like deer because we oftentimes have deer in our backyard because there's a cornfield behind us. Now, that said, I don't have a dog or anything that goes out, so I'm not really concerned about deer ticks and stuff like that too much, except in the summertime. And then the largest one is 4 and 4.45. Oh, that's centimeters. Well, okay. I guess that's not right. This is 4 point. This is the biggest one. So what I read you was the earlier was the biggest to the smallest. The smallest is 1 inch by 1 1/8 inch. This one is about 2 3/4. Yeah, 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So let's see. Yep, 1 3/4 from here to the tail, and 2 3/4 from here to the feet. So there's plenty of room on your smaller cards and stuff to use them. Let's see how long this one is, because they didn't really give the measurement for this one. I'm going to say that's about 2 3/4 also by 1 3/4, so same, it's just the opposite direction. So if I overlay that on that, they're about the same size. And then this one's a little smaller, and this one's the tiniest one. Okay, fun. Can't wait to use them. I know they can be they don't have to be for Christmas either. You know, they're for winter and fall and all those. Anytime. The deer are out there anytime. I don't usually see the bucks out there. Not very often. One time I saw 2 bucks come out of the cornfield together, which I thought was unusual. Maybe it was a dad and a son, but it was like the women folks scouted out to make sure they would be safe, and then they came out behind them. And that was the first time and the only time I've actually ever seen them. Okay, I got a bunch of these. The rest of these are all embossing folders. They're all I think they're all A6, so they're bigger than an A2, which is okay for an embossing folder. This one is called Cracked Leather. I'm not going to take them out. They're pretty thick, and you have to watch your plates on your machine because I know that Stampin' Up's 3D are not quite as thick as these are. These are pretty thick, especially up here where the fold is. But I think that'll be a cool background, and I can like distress it and spray it and whatever I want to do, right? I think that'll be cool for any kind of card, not just masculine or anything. Okay, this one is called Drifting Leaves, but it actually has kind of flowers in it, but I think that would be good. Oh, it has little hearts in it too. Oh, little heart flowers every now and then. That's cute. I didn't even notice that till just now. So, yeah, there's a couple little flowers like here that looks like a heart, and then there's tiny little hearts and stars every now and then. So that's cute. And it almost looks like it could be flowers or it could be starfish, right? With leaves. Yeah, I think you could use this for many things too. So that is called Drifting Leaves. Now, I'll tell you, I don't have the prices all here. Some of these were like $8 or $7.50 or something. The dyes were a little more. I spent $99.12, including tax and probably shipping. I can't remember. Honestly, this one I remember putting in my cart, but for some reason I thought I took it back out, but I guess I didn't. It was called Engraved. I thought that would be cool on foil paper or regular paper and, in different colors and distress. Doesn't have to be grunge. Like they're showing all these Tim Holtz one is grunge, but I don't necessarily use them as grunge because I'm not huge into grunge. I do it once in a while, but it's not I like more colorful stuff. So I'm starting to learn finally since 7 years ago what my style is. I like color. Yeah. And this one I love. I think this is going to be a great addition. This one is called Dotted. Doesn't that look like old computer stuff or something? Anyway, you put that in color, or you can use white paper and put ink on your pad first and get color on the dots. And I think that would be good for anything. Birthday card, masculine card, if you grunge it up a little bit, maybe, anything. So I think that's a good overall one. That's what I'm trying to get things that are, I can have multiple uses. Like this could be floral, but it's, what did they call it? Engraved. It actually looks like um, melted metal or like somebody engraved down in. I did a image like that in school way back in like 8th grade or something of a fox, and we took a piece of copper and you flip it over. You kind of pencil in the image on somehow on tracing paper or something. And you flip it over and did the reverse, and you took a tool like these things, right? And what are these called? I forget. Not the pointy end, the rounded ends, and you um, pressed on it and it pushed it through the other side. What the heck is that called? I don't know. I'm losing it. Anyway, that'll be a lot of fun. It'll look like that, but not having to do that, which I like. This actually, they're showing it indented. It says multi-level. Huh. So I wonder if they're showing here the opposite. Let me open this one. The opposite side. Multi-level textured impressions. Yeah, I guess you could flip it over and then get the bumped up side, but they're showing it because this has the name on it. I think they used the reverse in this image and even in the blowout part of it because it's indented as opposed to being raised. That's fun. I like it that way actually, but if you wanted to put color on top of it, you could use it the other way and have it the bump part up on this side. Here's the side with the image on, so I think this is supposed to be the top, and it's got the name on it too. And I think, if I'm right, these will bump up then and leave the impression, or maybe some do and some indent. I don't know. I'll try it for you guys and let you know. I'm rambling on. That's it. That's my little haul from Simon Says Stamp. It came very quickly, which I honestly was surprised about because I don't order from them often because I've had issues with stuff taking forever to get to be shipped and sent out. Now maybe they were just going through a tough time. And also, one thing I used to have an issue with, I haven't, like I said, I haven't shopped there in a long time, is they just never had the stuff in stock. And so it was kind of frustrating. Everything I would want wasn't there. Well, there was, I don't know what day this was even. I'm trying to see if I can find, it was December 27th or something. So this got here pretty quick. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I think I'm gonna be able to use all this stuff. If I remember, I have it. All right, guys, that's it for my video for now. Thanks so much for watching. I know that it is New Year's Eve day, and I truly hope you have a safe evening and a fun one, or just a relaxing one if you like me and just stay home. This has been a stressful week, even more stressful for my son than it started out. And today and tomorrow and Saturday are probably going to be super stressful for both of us. So bear with us. And if I'm late on some things to start off the new year, I do apologize, but my days haven't been going as I've been planning already. All right. Take care. Hugs, love, and peace.